there is something not quite right about the reluctance of the university to own its diploma and its records. That's all I can say. But the judgment is still waiting to be delivered, and we'll see what happens. Of course, Nigerians who have become used to technicality, as a former Chief Justice called it, would want to see whether the judge is going to dispense with this on a technicality or whether the judge is going to engage substantively with the issues, and if they do, how they come down. But this has not been a fantastic advertisement for the university involved, not at all.
But does it really matter if he graduated from there, if he got in as a female and graduated as a male? What is important to Nigerians? Because people are saying, let's move on. He's president, and why are we wasting time on this?
I actually do think it does matter that if in fact someone got admitted as a female and graduated as a male without going through a process of gender transmogrification, that clearly seems to me to be an issue deserving of attention. And you see, we fixate too much on institutional truth. Truth actually is a multidimensional phenomenon, returning to our underlying thing about intellectual honesty. Institutional truth is not all there is to truth. And institutional evidence is not all there is to evidence. The fact that there are things that a court chooses not to admit in evidence does not mean those things are not factual. The fact that a Nigerian court chooses to work from answer to question does not mean working from question to answer becomes a bad way to do things. And I do think we've got to be careful about the idea, those who are saying, Tinubu is now president, let's get the hell out of these things and let's move on. I think they've got to be careful about that. We find ourselves before courts of law. We find ourselves before courts of public opinion. But more than any other thing, we're also before the courts of posterity. And these three courts sit contemporaneously. As a matter of fact, the first court to wind down is the court of law. It's by no means the only court in this matter. There are two other courts whose juries may well be out, and for a long time too.